Only go.
All right. So you're all welcome to the Tech Sales Mastery Program by Harvard Tech Hub. So Harvard Tech Hub is your favorite tech hub right here in the city of Port Harcourt. And we have decided to put this masterpiece together so that we all be able to benefit and know what's going on when it comes to tech sales and um, making money in the tech place. So please just a minute, let me drop this link again for those in the WhatsApp group. Okay, so just to ensure that we're clear, please carefully, you can use the chat box quickly, just tell me you can hear me. Or you can as well drop your name, but if you can hear me, just use the chat box and indicate that you can hear me. Okay. Oh, amazing. Thank you so much, Felicia. Thank you, Peaceful. Thank you, everyone. Um, all right. Really cool to know that you can all hear me. Amazing. So, like I said, at Harvard Tech Hub, we train individuals on in-demand tech skills. You can find out more about that at harvards.com. We also build solutions for individuals and organizations. So, if you have a solution you like to build, maybe an app, a website, and all of that, yeah, we provide that solution. We also incubate startups, right? We incubate startups. If you're building, sorry, 1 minute. So if you are building a tech solution and you would like to incubate with us, and then you know we're more than happy to do that. So yeah, once again, welcome everyone to the Tech Sales Mastery Bootcamp. So let us get started. So let's get started immediately. All right, please, if you can see my screen, just indicate in the chat box that you can see my screen. We're starting right away, and to also inform you that we're live on YouTube. So if your Zoom is disturbing, you can tune in via YouTube. I'll drop the YouTube link in the WhatsApp group maybe later on. Okay. All right. Thanks, everyone. So we're starting off today, and I have a couple of people as well from Harvard Tech Hub. I have Mr. Paul on the call, co-founder at Harvard Tech Hub. I also have, I think Mr. Victor should be on the call. Paul, can you hear me? Okay. So let's get started, everyone. Tech sales. So this training is going to be pretty much intense, and I want you to pay so much attention and follow through. It's important that you understand what we want to do today and the next couple of days. There is so much money to be made in the tech space, and it's not everything that's about coding, design, and all of that. So, as a tech company as well, we understand that, and we have to try as much as possible to ensure that you get value or you understand what is really happening, in the tech space, and see how you can benefit from it. So pay attention, because after the training, we're going to do some sort of summary on WhatsApp, everyone, and it's going to be part of your training process, because like I said, you have to be committed to this training. Okay, if you want to be certified, if you want to join after training support and mentorship program as well. So because it's free, Doesn't mean that we're going to play around with it. We're serious. We're giving in everything to make sure you gain value. So once again, you're all welcome. So if you're ready, please type you're ready. Let's get started, ladies and gentlemen. If you're ready, just type you're ready. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Twebu. Thank you, Godson, Uzamaka, Peaceful. Oh, amazing. So, yeah. We're all ready. We're ready. Yeah, so exciting. One beautiful family. So, let's see what we can do. Okay, just a minute. So, let's move on. Let's get started immediately. So, yeah. So, what is tech sales? Please pay attention. What is tech sales? So, tech sales is simply the process of selling technology-based products or services to individuals, businesses, or institutions. So, we're talking about situations where we want to be able to sell tech products or services to individuals, businesses, or institutions. That's what we mean by tech sales. And if you remember when you're filling your forms, we asked a very important questions if you love the idea of marketing and sales. You must understand that business itself thrives on revenue. Techies, tech founders, tech companies, and all of those. One of the biggest challenges they face is making money from their products and services. And so they invest money building these products, and then how do we move these products from those who have built it to those who needs it? And that's where tech sales professionals comes in. It is one aspect of tech that a whole lot of people don't pay attention to, and it is the mover of money in the tech space. This is the mover of money. Okay, they are absolute professionals that everyone respects. They are the one that speaks developers, founders, um, CEOs of tech companies and all that listens, because they are the ones that will be able to move your solution from point A to point B so that you're going to make money. Until the solution you've created moves from your hand to those who needs it, you can't make money. So there ought to be an exchange of value for us to make money. There ought to be an exchange of value for us to make money. So this is what tech sales is. It is the process of selling technology-based products or services to individuals, businesses, or institutions. And there are different types of them, which we're going to look at very much later in the course of this training. You have software products, right? You have software. This could be customer relationship management tools. Okay, it could be fintech apps like Money Points, Piggyverse. It could be web platforms. It could be what we call SaaS, software as a service. All right. It could be hardware or IoT devices, Internet of Things, and then digital devices. Now, take note. I'm giving my first assignment. Yeah, I know most of you will say, "Ah, we've not even started. We started doing assignment." Please listen to this. Listen to this. Now, as this training is going on, I know that most of you are writing, most of you are also screenshotting the slide, which is fine. But I want you to be able to write down 5 things at the end of today's training that you want to find out its meaning. 5 things that you're going to try to find out its meaning. You're coming into tech, most of you are already into tech. You can't be a tech sales expert and you'll not be able to speak the language that both those you're selling the product to and those you want to pick the product from to sell don't understand. So you must speak the tech language and speak the language of those you're selling the product to. So if I'm saying CRM tools and you don't know the meaning, you should be able to write that down and say, okay, I'm going to find out the meaning of what CRM means. If I say something like IoT, which means Internet of Things, you should be able to write that down. So at the end of today's training, write down at least 5 things that you've decided that, okay, I'm going to find out what this means. Okay, I'm going to find out what this means. Are we together? Are we together? Talk to me. Are we together? Use the chat box. Tell me we're together, please. Awesome. Thank you, Nelky Favor. Thank you, Godson. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Franklin. All right, all right, all right. So let's go, let's go, let's go. So um yeah, so another aspect of that product is what we call the digital services. It could be cloud, it could be cybersecurity or hosting. All these are services that, and they make a whole lot of money. In short, I was telling someone earlier today that, for example, I mean, if you're a realtor, you sell a land, you're giving 10%. The funny thing is that when it comes to tech sales, you don't even get 10%. You get far more than that. You get 40%. Most times, 50%. Most times, it could be 60, 70% of the product because the company knows that, okay, as much as they're selling, we're making more money, right? They open it up, a whole lot of people comes in there to do their stuff. So now let's move on. Now, for us, right, at Havox, what do we see tech sales as? What do we see tech sales as? We see tech sales as selling digital products and services. So take note, selling digital products and services. Number two, connecting tech solutions to the right users. Connecting tech solutions to the right users. So number three, driving adoption and revenue for tech companies. Right? Like I said earlier on, a lot of tech companies are closing up. Not because they don't have good management or they don't have a fantastic idea or whatever. The problem is that most of the solutions and most of the services that they're coming up with, they do not have people who can move this solution from them and take it to the right users. And that is where you come in. And you're not coming in like begging someone to say, please, can I be tech sales? No. By the end of this training, you understand how powerful a tech sales expert is. You understand how powerful. I'm sure someone asked me a couple of days ago, what's one of our biggest strengths as a company? And I told her, I said, all my team members are solid tech sales personnel. So both the ones that are developers, those who are data analysts, digital marketers, we are solid tech sales experts. So we sell our products and services, we sell whatever it is. All right. So driving adoption, you have to help tech companies drive adoption, and you're not doing it, like I said, from a place of um what's it called, pleading and say, oh, let me help you. No. If you go through this training, by the time we're done and you understand your position, you know what it is, you acquire the right kind of skills, you're going to say, hey, I want to come and help you do this. I can see ABC and I know I can help you do this, and these are the things that I need. You're speaking from a place of value. You know what you're bringing to the table, and that's what Texas is all about. Then number four is sales without coding or product creation. So to us, tech sales means that you can sell solid tech products without coding. You can sell solid tech products without producing the products yourself. And the idea there, ladies and gentlemen, is the fact that there are people creating these solutions and they do not have the kind of skill that you're going to be learning throughout this training. And even if they do, most of them don't have time anymore, right, to be able to do that. But they really, really need their product to go out. And that is where you come in. Please, if you're following so far, just tell me in the chat box to go ahead. If you're following so far, tell me in the chat box, go ahead. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Just a minute, let me share this. So, we have to look at five important um, goals of tech sales. Just five. Remember what I said? If I mention anything and you don't know what it is, you don't understand it, please, especially terms that I'm mentioning, all right? If I mention any term and you're not getting it, Please jot it down because we said at the end of this training today, okay, so try as much as you can to, yeah, I know, jot it down. So let's look at those goals very quickly. Number one, understand the tech product. 5 important goals of tech sales. Understand the tech product. Please take note of this. We're going to hammer on it over and over again. All right. Understand the tech product. Don't play with that. Don't play with that. Understand the tech product. That's one. Number two, identify the right audience. Okay. Identify the right audience. Very, very, very important. Number three, communicate the value. Communicate its value. Communicate its value. Number four, help users adopt. And number five, close deals and generate revenue. Five goals. These are the things that will always be, you can call it your own 5 pillars. Understand the tech product. We identify the right audience. We communicate its value. And let me point out, let's look at this a little bit more. So you have a tech product. So, oh, I want to push out this tech product. And then don't always focus on this. Say, oh, this tech product is 3 million naira. Let's say it's a website and they say, see, if a company, a hospital decide to use a management system, it's 3 million naira and you're taking 1 million naira, right? Or you're taking 30%, about 900,000. Don't just focus on the money and get overly excited. That is where you see people struggle so much with tech sales because they miss these fundamentals. It is not actually a get rich quick scheme, right? It is an aspect of tech. It's an aspect of, is a career path that you need to put in all the things that you normally put in if you want to grow in a career path. All right. The only difference, what you're enjoying now, is that you're having a training that has been well structured, put together, and we've gone ahead to be able to get the right kind of partnership with products available. That at the end of this training, we can say, this group, this is your product, this is your product, this is your product, this is your product. You can begin with this and try out. And we're providing you mentorship and, of course, support after this training. But outside that, you must understand that it's going to require you to be dedicated for you to understand that this is what it is. So look at those 5 goals. Understand the tech product. You don't just say, I'm a tech sales expert. Because of that, you just pick a product and you jump into the market. Or you pick a product and then you start making noise on social media. You pick a product and you say, let me go and pitch to people. You must understand the product. And understanding this product means that you need to know the value proposition of this product. You need to understand the features of this product. You need to understand the benefits of this product. You need to understand the unique value proposition of this product. You need to understand the pain points. That's where you now go to identify the right audience. Who is this product meant for, right? What are their pain points? What's the solution really that these people need? So you need to identify the right audience. If you go with a good tech product and you're marketing it to the wrong audience, you just get lost. It's as if that's where people don't understand when it comes to rejection in marketing and sales, which is one of the things we're going to talk about in one of these days during the training, right? So at the core of this conversation, ladies and gentlemen, is the fact that you are focused on saying, I want to understand the product. Then who is the right market? If this product requires people who does have a smartphone, those are the people I'm going to focus on. There's no need going to a market woman, for example, who does not have a smartphone. If this product is for students, I should find myself in campuses, or groups or places where students are. If these products are for real estate companies, I should find myself in talking to key players in real estate companies, attending events where real estate people are coming, building networks and friendships with people playing in the real estate, reading more about real estate, understanding them, and driving conversations. Communicate its value is number three. So another important goal is that we have to be able to communicate the value of our product. We have to be able to communicate the value of our product. You don't just sell features. You're going to see that as we proceed. You don't sell features, you sell benefits. You don't sell features, you sell benefits. So you communicate this value, that this is what the value that this product is going to give to you. Help users adopt it. That's your role. And there's a special session we're going to be having in the course of this training. It's called Strategy for Tech Sales Expert. It's the kind of training you will never see anywhere. And I bet you on it. Like I am telling you for free. We're going to discuss strategy. You see, this number 4 is one of the most powerful goals. Most organizations, most founders, most tech companies, they build products, they have an idea, this is the target market, this is this. But when it comes to helping, when it comes to users adopting it, they face so much challenge. And if you can master how to craft out strategies to help users adopt products in the market, trust me, you're going to be very powerful in this space. Products are coming in and they're looking out for you. Companies want to launch product, they're looking out for you. Number 5, close deals. If you don't close the deals, how do you make money? If you don't close the deals, the company don't also make money, right? So close deals and then generate revenue, all right? 5 important goals of tech sales. 5 important goals of tech sales. Understand a tech product, identify the right audience, communicate its value, help users adopt it, close deals, and generate revenue. All right? Please, are we still together? Confirm in the chat box that we are together. Are we still together? Amazing, amazing. All right, please, I hope you're taking notes because remember, we're going to have a summary in the WhatsApp group, and that's going to be part of your participation in this training. Good, good, good. So look at what I said there. I said tech sales is less about pushing a product and more about matching a solution to a pain point. Tech sales is less about pushing a product and more about matching a solution to a pain point. So you don't just say, this product, this company said is 4 million and I'm going to have 40%. And you say, oh, that's 1.6 million. It's big. Like I told you when we started, the money is always big. And because of that, you're just focusing on, oh, this product. And you're not paying attention to the things we just talked about. And let me go back there once again. You're not asking yourself, have I understood this product? You're not asking, do I know who the right audience for this product is or who the right audience for this product are? Can I communicate the value of this product properly? Have I understood it enough to be able to communicate its value? Do I have the right kind of strategy to get people to adopt this product? And can I close the deals? These are the things that we're talking about, right? So you don't just focus on let's go and push the product. Oh, no. You focus on the solution to a pain point. Oh, this is the right market. These are their pain points. This is what they've been complaining. This is the problem they've been having. And this is the solution this product is coming with. And so if you get the product, you understand the right market, you know their pain points, then you can match the solution. So you have the products and then you have the right audience. Now you have the solution, which is what the product is bringing, and then the audience, you understand their pain points and you link it up. And you link it up. Now, let's look at some of the differences between marketing and sales in tech. I will run through that very fast. Marketing and sales in tech. Please feel free, you can screenshot the slide as they are showing. You can screenshot them as well. The difference between marketing and sales in tech. The difference between marketing and sales in tech. So, what's the main focus? For marketing, the main focus is usually creating awareness and interest. And it's very important. You must shout, you must make noise about that product. And that's why we keep talking about the right audience. There are products that you have to like go to the right. It's not just making noise on social media. When you're doing that, you're also creating awareness, and that's fine. But there are products you just go straight to the people, which are some of the things we're going to learn in the course of this training. And you're able to pitch your idea. You're able to prepare a simple proposal and say, we want to do this. Can you let me come and do presentation and all of that. How can you be able to do that if you did not understand the product, like we said earlier on? You have to be able to understand the product. You have to be able to. But what is sales? When it comes to focus, sales will focus on converting interest to paying customers. So when we market, we generate leads. And so we have to be able to convert those leads to paying customers. So it's okay to create awareness and interest. That's what marketing will do. But in sales, we have to convert that interest to paying customers. The next thing will be the target approach. In marketing, you will target a whole lot of people, a broader audience. That's what you're seeing on the screen there, a very broad audience. But when it comes to sales, you focus now on the specific leads and prospects. I sent out proposals to 10 real estate companies. And then maybe 3 of them says, okay, it's nice. We like the idea. We don't have any product like this. We'd like to have a meeting with you. You have prospects already. You have leads. You focus on them. You start following up. It doesn't stop you from continuing your awareness, but you have to be intentional. You don't mistake sales and marketing. You don't say because you sent out 10 proposals and 10 of them did not know. You have to understand that in marketing, you have a broad audience, but of course, in sales, you have to tailor it down to specific leads and prospects. The next thing are the activities. In marketing, we do ads, we do branding, we do content, we do campaigns. But in sales, we have to do demos. We have to do follow-ups, like I said earlier on. We have to do calls. We have to do closing deals. So when we're doing ads, we're marketing. When we're talking about branding, we're marketing. When we're creating a whole lot of content, we're marketing. When we're writing articles, we're marketing. When we're doing marketing campaigns, of course. But then when it now comes to sales, you now focus on demos. Because, for example, now a company or an individual has said, let me see what you're saying. So let's say someone has built, let me use something very simple, a crypto app, and he wants to give it out. He wants to sell it out. Who should you be targeting? You don't just go to everybody and say, will you buy? No. You'll be able to look at those who are already, for example, on Instagram. They're doing, come and buy your gift card, drop me message, chat me on WhatsApp. And you're like, listen, this thing you're doing, what if you move it to the next level? What if you just own an app? And the person is telling you, oh, I don't have time right now to start. And besides, it's expensive. You say, well, there is one that's already been built. We can test it. If it's good with you, they're going to deploy. All they have to do is change everything with your name. It's already been built and all of that. And he said, let me see how it works. It's okay. So I'm going to send you a video. If you don't mind, we can just drop on a call, maybe a virtual call. Let me display and show you. That's demo. And you're following up. You're putting calls. But there's a way it's done so that you don't, it doesn't look as if you're just bothering people's lives. So objective, when it comes to marketing, marketing focuses on attracting attention, while sales focuses on securing commitments and revenue. So marketing wants to draw your attention, but sales will now focus on securing your commitments and revenue. Right. The final thing there is interaction level. So when it comes to interaction level in marketing, is one to too many. You're just shouting on everyone, oh, we have this, that's marketing. But when it comes to sales, it's one-on-one or very few. One-on-one or few. One-on-one or few. So we must not mistake marketing with sales. We must not mistake marketing with sales, right? So let's move on. We're making progress. Let's move. So I said this, that marketing brings people to the door. Sales gets them to walk in and buy, right? So marketing brings people to the door. Sales gets them to walk in and buy. So if we can market enough to bring people to the door, we have to be able to get so good at sales so that we can get them to walk in and buy. All right. Okay. So let's look at tech sales very briefly and how it affects them, or comparing it with traditional sales. Okay, traditional sales. Let's look at that. But I'd like to please don't forget from what we said so far. Don't forget that when it comes to marketing, we're creating awareness, we're attracting attention, we're building interest. And of course, we do ads, we do social media, we do branding, we do content. But when it comes to sales, we talk to the actual decision makers, right? We handle objections. And you can't handle objections if you don't understand the product. And when it comes to understanding the product, you're going to find out how in the course of this training. So we explain benefits and value when it comes to sales, right? When it comes to sales in tech, like I said, we'll try to talk to the who is who, the action decision makers. We handle objections. And I pointed out that you can't handle objections if you don't understand the product properly, if you don't ensure that you're talking to the right audience. When you're talking to the wrong audience, the kind of questions they're going to ask you, the kind of objections you're going to face will be completely different, frustrating, and annoying compared to if you're talking to the right audience, right? And whatever they are sharing with you is going to help you build on your pitch, build on your your marketing campaign and sales campaign, the kind of thing you're going to be saying, because each time you handle an objection, you're learning. And when you meet the next person, you already know what to say. You already know what to tell this person. You already know more of the pain points to handle, all right? So we explain the benefits and the solution. We explain the value, okay? And of course, we close deals as well, all right? So when it comes to tech sales, and traditional sales, it's let's understand that for traditional sales, we're looking at physical products majorly, all right? And most times it's a one-time transaction. And of course, we have how do I put it now, we have some sort of limited relationship building right there. Okay, we have limited relationship building right there. But when it comes to tech sales, you're talking about digital solutions, and it could be subscription, it could be retention based, and all of that. And there is always a problem solving approach to it. And more often than not, we have long-term client relationship. And we are able to break down this whole thing into 4 components that we'll look at quickly. Solution-based versus product-based. So take note of it now. When it comes to tech sales, it is solution-based, while traditional sales is product-based. When it comes to long-term relationships, when it comes to tech sales rather, we look at long-term relationship compared to one-time transactions when it comes to traditional sales. Understanding user pain points as well, it's another thing when it comes to tech sales. It is very, 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 very important. And then you have what is known as the tech sales cycles and decision makers. So when it comes to solution-based, traditional sales, is often about selling a physical product, something people can see, something people can touch or experience immediately. All right, e.g., clothes, electronics, food items, and all of that. But when it comes to tech sales, you're talking about selling a solution, not just a product. You're talking about selling a solution, not just a product. So you have OPay, for example, that's a solution. All right, that's a solution. So it's not just a physical product. It's not a physical product. All right. So when you're selling a software or a digital platform, the customer is not buying the app. They are actually buying the benefits it gives to them. So when you download OPay, you are not buying OPay. You're actually downloading the benefits it's going to give to you. Okay, so you're talking about something like speed, for example. There are platforms that is about automation. So the platform has automated the entire process. You're talking about convenience. You're talking about profit. You're talking about efficiency and all of that. So the key difference is majorly is the fact that for tech sales, you're buying a physical product actually, but for traditional sales rather, you're buying a physical product, but in tech sales, you're there to solve a problem. I want to say that again. For tech sales, you're there to solve a problem. Then number two, when we're talking about long-term relationships versus one-time transactions, let's understand immediately that in tech sales or maybe in many traditional sales situations, once the buyer pays, the deal is done, right? Once the buyer pays, the deal is done. But in tech sales, especially with couple of products in tech like SaaS, that's software as a service, or digital platforms, the goal is retention, right? So I'm using Zoom today. I'm going to use it tomorrow. I'm going to use it next tomorrow. I have a couple of other meetings I'm going to be using Zoom for, right? So the idea is retention. When you're using Facebook, the idea is retention. They want you on the platform. They want you to be there every now and then, okay? If you're working in a school and they have a school management system, you use it every day. You sign in, teachers sign in, students sign in, and all of that. You upload results and all of that. So it's something that has to go on. So the goal is retention. So in tech sales, basically, you keep the customer subscribed. That's why we say long-term relationship. You maintain communication, you upsell and cross-sell. All right. So your income often depends on the renewals or recurring subscriptions. All right. Um, we're using a subscribed version of what's it called now? Zoom, right? We're using a subscribed version of Zoom, and it is important, therefore, that we understand that okay, I paid and I'm using this subscribed version, and this subscription is going to be recurring, right? So if it is monthly, once it's done, it has to, it has to actually, I have to pay again every month. All right. So imagine that there is a tech sales expert that got me in with Zoom. Whenever I'm paying, whatever percentage Zoom is giving, I'm making a whole lot of money. So when it comes to traditional sales, in this case, if I go and buy clothes, I may never return, but a business that pays for a customer relationship management or cloud storage or a fintech software will need continuous access, and this actually means long-term revenue. Now, the next thing is understanding user pain points. In traditional sales, people often buy based on preference, or what should I say, price or impulse. But in tech sales, and I want you to understand this, in tech sales, customers buy because something is broken or inefficient. Customers are buying because there is something paining them. Customers are buying because there is something broken. There is an inefficiency somewhere that they desperately need a solution, ladies and gentlemen. So as at the time you bring that stuff, they expect that the solution must address their pain point. So in tech sales, it's not just by impulse. People don't just download app and say, oh, let me just know. There is something they say, oh, I want to solve this problem. Let's take Invoicer, for example. Small businesses today, they are downloading Invoicer. Why? Because it's helping them, track their sales. It's helping them track their profit. Okay, they can manage different stores. They can manage different managers from a single app. You see that? So they can't just say, let me go and download Invoicer. No. It's because there is a pain point. There is a pain they feel. There is some sort of broken stuff that in between when they are making sales that they would like to, solve. Okay, so whether you like it or not, you have to know what the pain point of that customer is. Is manual work slowing them down? Are they losing customers? Do they want to automate the tasks going on in their businesses? Do they need a better way to collect payments? Right? Do they need data? Do they need speed? Do they need scalability? We just need to know their pain points. And that's one thing about tech sales, that it focuses so much on saying, understand what their pain points are, that people are not just going to buy this product on impulse. All right. So for you to succeed in tech sales, I would like to say this: you don't shout features. Someone can help me write that down in the comment section. If you must succeed in tech sales, you don't shout features. You show how the product fixes a problem the user is facing. Right? You show how. Sorry, 1 minute. Okay. So you show how the product fixes a problem the user is facing. Okay, so to succeed in tech sales, I say it again, don't shout features. It means that you should not shout features. Just a minute, guys. Okay, so you just have to show how the product, thank you so much, Peaceful Golden. All right. In tech sales, you don't shout features. You show how the product fixes a problem. Now, the fourth thing there is the tech sales cycles and decision makers. So, unlike many regular sales, right, where the buyer is the only decision maker, tech sales often involves multiple stakeholders. That's what we mean by tech sales cycle and decision makers. So for most products, for when it comes to traditional sales, um, the buyer is the only decision maker. Okay, but in this case, tech sales, you might have multiple stakeholders. For example, you could have the founder, the CEO, you could have the CTO, you could have the finance head, and all of that. Okay, so the sales process takes longer most times. Meetings, demos, trials, approvals or proposals, approvals and follow-ups. And that's why when you succeed, when the money hits your account, it hits like beam, like it hits very heavy because of that. So it's not just whatever. So you will call for meetings, you will go do demos, you will do trials, you will send in proposals, you will get approvals here and there. You also get rejections here and there in most cases, or in some cases, and then you have to do proper follow-ups. All right. So I believe we understand, therefore, that when it comes to tech sales, you are not just pitching to one person. You are managing a process and navigating decision layers. All right. Let me put that thought together again. Someone might want to type that in the comment section. Okay. I said in tech sales, you are not just pitching to a single person. You're not just pitching to one person. In tech sales, you're not just pitching to one person. You're managing an entire process and navigating decision layers. You're managing a process and moving through decision layers. Okay. Okay, so you're managing an entire process and you're navigating decision layers. So you are not just talking to a single person. You're not just pitching the solution to a single person. That's why you're a tech sales expert. You're not just a random person that's saying, come and I have a product I want to sell to you. All right. So you're not just pitching to one person, you're managing an entire process. You're talking to the founders. Most times you have to be the one to talk to the development team and say, listen, I've spoken to these guys you were building this product for, and these are their pain points. These are the things they're expecting. So if you don't mind, can we do ABC? That's the general idea. Okay, so most times you're talking to the end users yourselves. Okay, thank you so much, Mosef. Thank you so much, Mosef. I appreciate it. Okay, please just hold on a bit. Let me find out if people are having issues with the link in the WhatsApp group. All right. So now let's move on. Let's move on. So, what are the career opportunities when it comes to tech sales? I'm going to run through this very fast, all right? And it's a very interesting thing. Um, we have sales roles in startups and tech companies. Imagine startups that are building their products, then putting a whole lot of money. Most of them have raised funds, investors are in their neck. Sales. Oh, someone said, Debbie says she can't see the slide again. Please confirm to me, everyone. Can you see my slide? Debbie says she can't see it no more. Oh, okay, Debbie, check your end. I mean, they say they can see and they can see it clearly. Debbie, please kindly check your end, yeah? So, what are the career and business opportunities? Sales roles in startups and tech companies. So, tech companies, like especially startups, they depend heavily on sales professionals to drive growth and revenue. It's not a joking thing. It's not like, that's why we're like, come on, what are people doing down here that they don't understand what's happening in tech space, in the tech space, right? So there are startups, there are tech companies, and you can go in their sales roles and take over their sales roles because business needs to make money. And whoever is coming in to come and help them make money, they are good, very good. Right? So there are key positions. I mean, there are a few I can remember. There's what is called the SDR, Sales Development Representative. So from Nigeria here, you can be a sales development representative to a whole lot of companies in Canada, in UK, in US. And you can actually be that for Africa. You can be that for Nigeria. Because guess what? They're not losing anything. You are not losing anything. They are saying, of course, if you can do ABC, this is what comes into you. And this is how so many persons have become so powerful in most companies today because they saw the opportunity. And so what do we do here? You see a company, they say, oh, they want to come organize events. Everybody start running around them. Oh, blah, blah, blah. We collect t-shirt. And you're not saying, why do you think a company is coming all the way from Lagos, from here to your city to organize events as a tech company? They want to make sales. They want people to adopt their product. They're looking for ways to penetrate the market. So that's an opportunity for you to position. That's an opportunity for you to position and immediately get the right kind of people to buy the product. So you have the sales development representative. I think there's another one, business development executive. There is customer success and relationship management and all of that. All right. So number one is sales roles in startups. So take note of that. This is actually very attractive because there is actually no coding, or deep technical expertise that is needed. No coding, or you don't have to be deep into technical expertise. You have high performance bonuses, undisputed high performance bonuses. Then you have opportunity to grow into leadership positions because, man, you're the one controlling the sales and all of that. So everything is now being built around you. It's a very powerful thing to. Um, so that's it for sales roles. Next off is commission based partnership. Please, if you can still hear me, say you can hear me, please. I think network is already going crazy for some people. All right. Thank you, Ogono. Seth, thank you, Kizeto. Thank you, Shalom. Thank you, Precious. And thank you, everyone. Nelki, Favor. Nelki, thank you so much. I see you. Matthew, Napo, thank you. So, commission based partnerships. All right. And in this case, right, you partner with a tech brand or a product and earn a percentage of every sale and referral that you're bringing in. And one of the things I'm going to share with us in that special section for strategies, you must learn how not to become a Texas expert from a place of what's it called now? Uh, from a place of hunger. All right, just because we want to eat food, just because we need food. No. All right. So you don't do that. You want to be able to do this, understanding you position yourself. You don't just say, okay, at least if I get one referral, they give me 2,000. No, no, that's not what Texas is about. Texas is a very professional role that is so vital. All right. So that's why you see a whole lot of people doing affiliate marketing for SaaS products intentionally, reselling digital tools for subscriptions. How many tech companies do you know in Port Harcourt? How many of them do you know that are building real solutions? You reach out to them. Do you people have any product you've built that is working 100% that you would like to sell out? We can help you get to the right kind of audience and sell it out. Simple. You pay attention to what's going on. You pay attention to what's available. That's what's involved in commission-based partnership. White label partnerships as well. Okay, white label partnerships. Okay, this is where you have white label products and then you can partner. Like I said when we begin, there are terms in this training that I want everybody, 5 terms that you're going to find out the meaning from today's training. 5 terms. 5 terms. Okay, so one thing about when it comes to commission-based partnership is that no capital is needed actually. You have unlimited earning potential. It's very much flexible work. It comes with a very flexible working structure. And of course, it's ideal for a whole lot of people, even influencers, leverage consultants, leverage it, and all of that. Number 3 is freelance and remote sales opportunity. Okay, so here you have LinkedIn, you have Upwork, you can actually, leverage that. Remote startup teams looking for business reps. There are a lot of startups that are working remotely. Majority of their team members are remote, so they take advantage of that. International companies seeking African markets. Like I said earlier on, there are a lot of tech companies that want to penetrate into African markets. This is your chance. You position, you let everyone know I'm a tech sales expert. I can help you with strategies. I can help you ensure that you get the kind of users that can adapt to your product. You can penetrate into the market, and that's it. You must be confident enough knowing that you've got the right kind of skill. You know, okay. Okay, Godson say, what if you know all the terms used so far in this training, sir? No problem at all, Godson, no problem. It makes sense. It makes sense. Okay. So let's get going. So of course, so yeah, the last one I'm talking about there is what we refer to as the pathways to six-figure earnings without coding, right? And one thing is what we know as high ticket closing. This is where you're selling premium tech services and products. Premium tech services and product. You don't carry premium tech services to go and sell to, low end market users or low end users. No, you're missing it right there. Okay, so you don't do that. So if you're carrying high ticket, okay, Hope Maxine, please, Godson, anyone, can you confirm if you can hear me? Because someone said he can't hear no sound no more. Can you hear me? Okay, thank you. All right, sir. Please, you have to check your network. Okay, thank you, Demois. Thank you. Okay, let me see something. Some persons are saying in the WhatsApp group that. Okay, just a minute, guys. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So let's get going. So another aspect, like when it comes to the six-figure earnings, there are some pathways without coding. High ticket closing. So I said there we're going to be selling premium tech services and products. Then you also have recurring commission roles. So there are cases where you have commissions recurring over and over again, over and over again. Okay, maybe people are paying for commission for the product every month. All right, like for example, Invoicer, the tech sales experts working with Invoicer, they make money every month as long as the businesses keep subscribing monthly, so they make a certain percentage. Then you have the B2B partnership development. That's business to business partnership development. Okay, and all of that. Then of course, personal branding and networking is very important when it comes um, to scale income in tech sales. You must position yourself, personal branding. You don't hide. You have to be the one that will come out, talk about products, talk about challenges people are facing in a particular sector. You prepare their mind about what you want to hit them next and all of that. So many tech sales reps, to be honest with you, make almost $3,000 to $10,000 monthly remotely. And I kid you not, for those of you that know me or know Havox, you know that we don't just exaggerate things to make people feel excited. We'll tell you how it is. So there are people making just cool $3,000. That's about 4.5 million naira monthly. Okay. There are people making a million, there are people making 2 million, right? It's the fact that you have to understand these are not pretty like a get rich quick scheme, right? And there are certain level of knowledge that is required. We should be able to have certain level of positive persuasion skills, presentation skills, basic tech product understanding, like we stated earlier on, and all of that. Okay. So now let's move on. So understanding tech products. The truth about it is that there are a couple of them, as we mentioned earlier on. Okay, you have SaaS, that's the software as a service. So you have, so for example, if you go to some hospitals, you will see a hospital management system. So they try to put everything, hospital, the patient's record and all of that. Those systems, someone built it, someone has sold it to them. If you go to Hypercity Market Square, you have tools like that. You have ERPs, even in filling stations. Some don't have it. Okay. You have Mr. Simeon Taiwo built a product like that for a filling station. And that's where tech sales expert comes in and say, hey, this product, do you have it for other filling stations to tap into? And they say, okay, cool. And we can build and replicate and give to you. Okay. And those type of products are not even products you say, oh, it's competition. No. What Market Square needs is to be able to make sales and do their stuff. And Hypercity needs something like that. So it might be the same product. It might be the same product that Kilimanjaro, Genesis, and all of that. They are using. Someone built that and gave it to them. Okay. So you have SaaS right there. So take, for example, a product called HubSpot, right? A salesperson for HubSpot will speak to business owners and try to convince them to, subscribe to their CRM platform. It could be mobile apps, okay? For a fintech startup, for example, and you try to sell a payment app to SMEs or retailers or even POS agents, okay? So you can have a tech person repping for OPay, Piggyvest, and all of that, and not just like maybe a marketer and all that, but intentionally because you're coming up with strategy, you're coming up with concepts that can help them penetrate the whole of that market. But of course, in the course of this training, there are strategic aspects we would like you to focus on that can give you a whole lot of money. One of them is the SaaS aspect. The second part will be web platforms that you can sell to organizations, job portals, edutech products that can sell to schools, e-commerce platforms that can be sold to individuals who want to, be able to turn their stuff, their businesses, and take it online. You also have hardwares, like POS devices and all of those. Okay, so these are very, very important sections that we have to understand basically. So for each of those that you want to do, we understand it in the course of this training. So we don't have to panic. So for us to understand more on this product, it's important that you understand how to study and understand the tech product. So we're going to run through this as fast as possible. How to study and understand the tech product. So there are 7 key things: features, benefits, unique value proposition, UVP, ideal users for target audience, pain points it solves, pricing and revenue model, competitors and market positioning. All right. And we're going to take each of them very, very fast. And that's the last thing we're doing. This is the last heading that we're treating today. So let's take them one by one. So features. So features talks about the specific functions or capabilities built into the product. You must understand it. And this means that you will even get to a point where you're paying attention to even try as much as testing the product over and over again to understand that this is how it works, this is how it doesn't work, this is what happens, and this is what does not happen. So you must understand it. So for you to study and understand the tech product, you need to know the specific functions and capabilities built into the product. What does each feature do? What is it bringing to the table? What value is that feature bringing? What solution is it bringing to the customer that you're going to be talking to? You need to understand the features. You need to take a pen and paper or take your system and you're creating a document. Say, this is the product. You're listing all the features. You're describing the functionalities. You're linking it up with a unique value proposition so that you know that, oh, I know this product. Because in most cases, you have to demo the product. So you can't go to demo the product. You now say, okay, the owners are not here, the developers are no. You're the one that is coming to market. You're the one that is coming to market. So you have to be able to understand the specific functions or capabilities built into that product. All right? Built into that particular product. Built into that particular product. Okay. So number two, remember, if you're checking the list here, let me take it back a little bit. This is the list. We have features. So the next thing we're going to look at benefits. The benefits. So, we hear about the results or advantages. The results or advantages the user gets from using the product, not just what it does. The results, advantages the user gets from using products, not just what it does. The results or advantages the user gets from using the products, not just what it does. Not just what it does. So, like we said earlier on, you don't shout about the feature, but the ones that feature, understand the specific functions that the features. So you should be able to share the benefit and the advantages the user gets. So you don't just say in the app you have send feature. No, I'm not interested. I want to know how it's going to help me solve my problem. I want to know what the benefits are. I want to know the solution. I want to know the value. All right. So remember again. Just a minute. Sorry. Please, can you still see my screen? Can you see my screen now? Okay. That's strange. Okay. Sorry, please. I'm trying to get hold of screen again. Okay. All right. Sorry. Okay. All right. Hold up. I'm sharing my screen again. Sorry. Okay. So let's let's three. Number three, we'll talk about. Okay, Shalom. I'm breaking now. Shalom, is it clear now? Is it better? Okay, so Number three is unique value proposition. So what makes the product stand out from others? What makes the product stand out from others? That's another thing that we are asking. We have to be very, very clear with that one. Okay, like what actually makes us very, very, very special. Okay, so you must ask this question, you must understand it. What's so unique about this product? What's the value proposition? What makes this product stand out? What should they use us? What value are we bringing to them? What makes it unique? Okay, users will ask you this question, and you must have the answers to this question as well. You must have answers to this question as well. All right, you must have answers to this question as well. Sorry. So you must have answers to this question. So what's your unique value proposition? What's your unique value proposition? And one of the things we're going to learn one of the days in this training is the fact that you must learn how to talk about the pain points so much. All right, understand the pain points so that you know what you're bringing to them. And that's what they want to hear. That's what they want to talk to you about. Okay. So, unique value proposition. Then, your ideal users, in who are the group of people or businesses that need and can afford the product. This is how much you need to study and understand the tech product. That's what we're looking at. All these things, you must have it. You must understand who are like our ideal users, the group of people or businesses that need and can afford this product. Where are they? How do we get them? So you ask those questions. Who are they? Where are they? How do we get them? You've looked at the value, you know the benefits, you've studied the. So who are those things meant for? And where are these people? So ideal users, audience. Then pain points. Pain points. What's the problem that we're trying to solve for them? What are the pain points really? Okay. So sorry about that. So sorry about that. Okay. So what are the pain points? So you're talking about the problems or frustrations the product eliminates. That's what I mean by pain points. All right. Problem or frustration that product eliminates. You must understand and start saying, hey, I have this product. No, are you sure that bringing is going to solve the problem? Asking, are you sure that it's going to solve my problem? If it's not going to solve my problem, I don't want it. I don't want it. Right? So our pain points, you must understand that pain point. And when you have the pain point, yeah, you move when you want to talk about it, you make sure that I really know the pain I feel. And make me feel like, God, when you would drop the solution, you to give a kind of finally I got the solution. So that's why we need to understand the pain points, guys. The next thing is the product makes money. These products, how does it make money? These services, what's the revenue? Okay. All right. So you have to understand that. You have how to make money. By subscription, is it by is it premium, is it one purchase, pay as you use? You need to get that. Okay. That's why when I know the pain point, you be read the customer's review, and case studies. Okay, you've talked to users or product owners, you've asked them what the challenge they are facing and all of that. But again, we need to also understand the revenue model, the pricing model as well. How is it priced? Is it one-time purchase? Is it um, freemium? Okay. Wrap up. Sorry, I need now. But it's another thing we're also going to discuss in this in this training. Oh, all right. Please confirm if it's anywhere better. Okay, cool. So we said for competitors and market other products offering similar services and compare. So you must to put it's an app to use. Check out the market offerings. Try to see if you can decode penetrating the time, because strategies are not just the way factors that make strategies work, right? But then you're looking at it, you're paying attention, you're trying to observe as much as possible. Yeah, Ngowa Douglas. Okay. Please, Ngowa, can you hear me now? Yeah. So competitors, yeah, I know that most times we don't like the sound of competition, but whether I like it or not, business is business. So there will be competition. So you have to study your competitors, understand what other products are offering. Those who are offering similar solutions. All right. How do they compare in the market? How much have they covered the market? What's their strengths, or what are their strengths? What are their weaknesses? You actually decode? Can you be able to decode to find out what their strengths and weaknesses are? All right. These are very, very important concepts as much as possible. Okay. So we have 7 of them and we've looked at it. Okay. So, all right. Arrivederci. So before I give us the task for today, can we take questions? Do you have any question? Go ahead and ask, please. You can use the comment section, or you can raise your hand, and then, or maybe you can indicate, and then I want to unmute you. Okay, so you can use that box, drop a question, or you can just indicate there, and then I will mute you to ask your questions. This is just day one. This is just day one. While we're waiting for them to ask questions, please, if you got value from day one, just type yes in the comment section. If you've gotten value, if you've learned something today, and you can't wait for day two, just type yes in the comment section. Oh, thank you, Lizzie. Thank you, Lizzie. Thank you, Atwebu Hope. Thank you, Timothy, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Awesome. So can we have your question now? Thank you, Nina. Thank you, Choma. Okay, I think I saw. Okay, Hefzibah is asking if it's possible to have ID users who can't afford the product. Well, the truth about it is, yes. And affordability most times is not just because they don't have the money. There could be so many other factors that make them at the moment not to be able to afford that product. Please don't forget that. There could be so many other things that can make them not afford the product at the moment. But yes, it's very possible. Very possible. Okay, so I guess those are the only questions that's the only question we have. So please listen carefully. Please listen carefully. Listen carefully. Um, we're gonna open the WhatsApp, and when we open the WhatsApp group, okay, this is one approach we use for all our virtual training pattern. You're going to drop your full name and then drop 5 things you learned in today's class. 5 things you learned from today's section. Just 5. I'm not asking for much. All right. Let's start with 5 for today. So you write your name, for example, Stewart Ezekiel. Then under it, you say 5 things I learned today. Then just in one message, don't send them differently. In the WhatsApp group, once I open it up. All right. So you drop your name, you drop that. We have someone in the WhatsApp group who is taking notes. We have someone in the WhatsApp group who is taking notes. We're also going to have a quiz maybe by tomorrow or next. White label, Hefzibah Enyokbon is white label. So find out that it's part of the things I said you notice. I'm going to ask you more. Find out what white label is, okay? Then I will explain more to you on it. And I'm happy that you caught that when I was saying, like, trust me, I'm happy you caught that. Well done, Hefzibah. Well done. So please, you write your name, you drop 5 things you learned from today's class. I'm saying this so that you understand that we're taking everything serious. So we don't end this training and you say, oh, you were not certified, or we can't allow you to our after training support or anything, or be there when you're asking anything after this training, because we're so intentional. We're putting in into this training. And so you should also do your part. So thanks everyone for showing up. You drop that. We're going to tell you something. We're going to have activities on social media. We're going to be doing a whole lot of things within this period just to position us. For those of you that you don't have a solid LinkedIn account, tonight, using me. Oh, God is using me to tell you, go on your LinkedIn. In short, we're going to be carrying out an activity on Facebook and on LinkedIn. So please do that. People must know that you've gone through this process. They must know that you're now a tech salesperson, and then nobody will come to ask you tomorrow when. They should be able to follow your process. So do that today and put that the stuff we said on WhatsApp. I'll tell us what to do tomorrow morning, and then we continue from there. How do we get to know the strengths and how far other solution providers have gone? So, Peaceful, I'm going to answer this briefly, but we're still going to talk about it during that special section. I think on what's it called, on Saturday or Sunday or so. Now, listen to this. We must be able to list out and say these are our products. These are the products that are doing similar things. Do they have social media handles? Do we have who are using similar products? Is an app? Can we go to the Play Store to read their reviews people are dropping? So we can do all of that. And once we do that and bring it back on board, we'll be able to know that almost this is their strength too. You'll be able to know. You'll be able to know that live on social media, they're not that active, but you see offline marketing, they are good. They have agents everywhere. You'll be able to know. You'll be able to know. And there is a way you pay attention to decode strategy. One of the ways you decode strategy is to study the history. And that's why we always say that you don't copy any strategy you don't know its history. We're going to talk more about this in that strategy section. You don't copy any strategy that you don't know its history. When did they, how many users do they have? What are articles saying about them? We need to follow all that through so that you'll be able to know. You will trace them, you will see how far they've grown. Yeah, Recomex said, I don't know if you can my test. Thanks so much, though. Okay, Recomex, let me look for it, please. Don't be offended. Let me look for it. Recomex, if you asked a question, if it was a question and I didn't say it, would you be kind enough to copy it and paste it again? Emmy said, I have someone in Canada. I help her with all of her online stuff, manage her socials, and I help check out links to prevent her from getting scammed, and I get paid. Oh, Emmy, that's nice. That's nice. That's nice. Well done. Well done. And I just hope you take it to the next level. If you're doing that already, it means that there are people like her, right? So you might want to be able to look at how you open up that and don't get comfortable with whatever she's paying you, but you can turn that to a complete agency. Okay, you can turn that to a complete agency service for a whole lot of people. You can turn her into your marketer by offering her certain percentage. We have a client from Canada that we built a product for, and right now we're building almost, is it 3 or 4 products through her. In short, one of our sister, we built it for one of our sister who was in Canada. Now she's moved to US, and 2 other people. We built relationship, and of course, we did not just say because we're building for her. We had to she's this type that she can, she has energy, but she's a matured woman, and of course we took advantage of that, and she's almost like her salesperson there, but she's a very successful lady doing amazing things there. All right, so take advantage of that as well. Recommend. Thank you so much for helping me put up this test. He said in tech sales, you are not just speaking to one person, you are managing the entire process and navigating through decision. Thank you. Recommend more. Ipegan, thank you, Abiye Bennett. Thank you, Shalom Amber. Everyone, I see your message. Sambo Ahmed, I see your comments, right? Yeah. Oh, thank you, recommend. Thank you. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, word, everyone on this call. Thank you. So we'll do it again tomorrow. Should I announce that we have they're going to join us on Sunday, and on Sunday we're going to have a couple of people and the Texas professional. That's how far we're going. So Chigisoft is going to be here on Sunday. The guys from Invoicer, they're going to be here on Sunday. The guys from, what's it called now? An ERP system for spa and hair salon, they're going to be here just like that. So we're going to have a couple of products we're going to introduce that if you want to leverage. And in short, there is one listed product that is going at almost 2.5 million, and you're making almost $1 million once the listed company signs up. I'm not kidding, right? So we're gonna don't go and sleep, please. I love every one of you that are today, but straight to the WhatsApp opening, drop your name, drop 5 things from today's training, right? 5 things from training, drop it in the WhatsApp group. I'm going to tell us what we're doing tomorrow morning. And please make sure you look for your fine pictures and keep for my also doing to find pictures. You will need it. All right. Thank everyone. Do have an evening. So this will be the end of day 1. This is going to be the end of day 1. We continue day 2 tomorrow. This section is live. It's going to be there, and you might, if you want to back and listen to again, you can do that. So be very intentional about this training. Don't just be very intentional. you're committing your data and your time, make sure it's worth it. Okay, please let me respond to Hefziba. Okay, Hefziba, that's what I'm saying. So you can also rewatch it on YouTube. I believe that is good. You can get all of that there as well. So thank you, everyone. Do have a wonderful evening. Good night.